Welcome back to the Path of Least Resistance. I am Darius, and today we're going to go through challenges 61 through 70, finishing off the monthly challenges for March 2025. To start with, we have Darius and Ezreal. Special rules are Guided Meditation, Game Start, all players start with 10 mana gems, and Blade in the Darkness. If the player's Nexus took damage this round, the foe's strongest unit strikes it. For this, we're going to be using LeBlanc with Guardian Angel double stalkers. I like using LeBlanc against Ezreal. I feel it's a pretty good counter. The only problem is Detective Swapbot, which can sometimes steal all your stats. And if that happens, sometimes you can be in a problem. I can take Fiddlesticks because I love Crowstorm, and I love Fiddlesticks. Not sure exactly what we're looking for, but I'm pretty sure I didn't find it. So we're going to go into Darius, whose power is Hemorrhage. Round end, deal 1 to the player's Nexus for each unit the foe has. That can get out of control, as we saw a couple videos ago. And I think we should be okay. Reroll everything since we don't see LeBlanc. Drawing 2 LeBlanc is totally fine with me. Kind of want to wait for them to play units so that you can strike them, but in this instance they had a little more than we could strike. Need to deal 2 damage.
I have my orders. I whisper truth into lies. Everything's in place.
My axe is ready.
And at this point, I should have killed him. At this point we can always mirror image and just clear the board. Normally if mana is an issue, you're going to want to buff first. That'll make it so that you are more likely to get a second mirror image and also reduce the cost of it.
We march as one, an unstoppable force.
Looks like they're done, so we'll just play again. They basically have no cards. I'm pretty sure there's nothing they can do here. So I did forget about Blade in the Darkness and I took 6 extra damage for no reason. You should not do that. I should not do that. Get rid of Legion Drummer, it's probably fine. Go into Ezreal, whose power is Target Practice. The foe's spells cost 1. Round start, create a fleeting Static Shock in the foe's hand. If the foe has leveled the champion, create a fleeting True Shot Barrage instead.
I have my orders.
That'll make Static do 2.
The world's a big place. Let's see all.
That's not fair. I don't love that. It's fine, because Guardian Angel. I should play the house better first. Part of why I like LeBlanc against Ezreal is that you can use the Sharpened Resolve. And here's Detective Swapbot. You can just kill him, that's pretty nice.
Once more. Seeing double.
Don't like to Sharpened Resolve first, but it seemed like the best call at the time. And we kill Ezreal, he didn't pull any of his stuns, which is pretty unusual. Challenge 62 is Mortal Marks Caitlyn. We have Mortal Marks when any player summons a unit, set its health to 1, Vicious Enemy, and Little Buddies. Round start, the foe summons a random 1-cost Poro. I would probably I don't know, not switch out Jinx on this one. I do have Grand General's Counterplan, Loose Cannon's Payload, and Guardian Angel on this build. I still think Scourge's Stash is probably something you should consider, but I'm going to stick with it just because Guardian Angel into Mortal Marks will give us a little extra safety, and we can't ever get rid of Loose Cannon's Payload because it kind of makes Jinx work. Grand General's Counterblind I guess you can switch out. Takes Shadow Totem, does a ton of extra damage. And we go into Caitlyn, whose power is on the case. Round start, the foe plants one Flash Bomb Trap in the top 8 cards of the player's deck. Roll everything to see if we can get Jinx. Didn't get Jinx. It'd be okay. Could play Zed here. A little afraid he's susceptible to dying though. Now we have Jinx. This little Poro is the most dangerous thing on the board. I'm just gonna waste all of my damage. And if you do kill your own Jinx with Guardian Angel, you get a new one that isn't ephemeral. You also get to discard your entire hand, which is great. Kill this guy and attack. Challenge 63 is Tahm Kench. Special rules are Die and Laughing. Game start, all players summon a 0/10 Phantom Prankster, Vicious Enemy, and Noxian Might 2. Each round, the first time the foe summons a unit, grant it +4/+0 and Overwhelm. So this will probably be a 4/10 Prankster, which means it can block Fearsome. For this we're going to be using Elise with Dreams of Yordles, Gale Force, and full build. And for support, I think we'll take Viego for the Twisted Catalyzer's Mana Gem. Seeming Wrath is actually probably fine. It's not like you're ever blocking with Elise anyway because of Gale Force. But I'm still worried about just dying to the Phantom Prankster. I'm gonna take Farsight. We shall take Shadow Totem so we can just attack twice. Or have 2 Elise when we attack. We always get to attack twice. We go into Tahm Kench's power is Big Feast. When the foe summons a unit, grant it +0/+3. We do want... Well, we got Farsight, so we'll force... Thought I got Farsight? What did I pick on Elise? What's wrong with me? Okay, well, figure it out later.
The bite doesn't hurt, but the get him.
Appetizers of plenty. So what's in store for me? I need time for commute, Tahm. This goes out.
I was imagining that I had enough mana to play Mark of the Isles, and I did not. Not entirely sure what my plan is here. Because the ideal case would have been to draw my champion.
Ooh,
did I put on Elise? We're gonna use Crumble here and get rid of that giant man. That'll make everything else much safer. It's more overwhelmed than I'm comfortable with. Yeah, we finally get our champion.
This establishment's fair.
I pull the strings.
I'll hold that one back.
You won't suffer long.
Public been down. His knee out.
Ah, I told your ancestors to protect.
Skitter out from the darkness.
Yeah, we're doing pretty well, but we might still lose here.
Come to ease my ingenuity, Lord Vega.
Stretching the legs, number 3. Witness true power.
Don't love that.
Go on, Fang. Just like I taught Fang's turn. Should have stayed home, pal.
And I believe we're good now.
Aye. Dinner on you then.
Appetizers aplenty.
This makes sense if you think about it. Oh, I was wrong, it didn't make sense.
Come on.
I know what lurks in the shadows.
My idea was to reduce the hit points of the unit, but yeah, I don't think that ended up working out for me. I'm gonna make 2 guys.
School sucks.
So I actually think I want to replace here. I think I want to replace Viego as well. This will give us a little bit of extra attack, reduce their attack a little so we don't have to hit anything that has less than fearsome blocking hit points. And we do win. That was harder than it needed to be because we didn't draw Elise very early. But as soon as Elise came up, we were able to take over pretty well. Challenge 64 is Viego. Special rules are mortal marks. When any player summons a unit, set itself to 1, vicious enemy, and Demacian Might 2. When one of the foe's units strikes, grant it +2/+2. For this, we're using Jinx. Relics are Grand General's Counterplan, Loose Cannon's Payload, and Guardian Angel. This is the one that I would switch out for 48. I would use Jinx on 48, and then you can use, I don't know, maybe something like Jack here, where you can just kill all of Viego's units. I do want to check to make sure that I'm not insane, though. There is the possibility that the mists that Viego summons grow even after Mortal Marks, but I'm not sure which order that's in. And then we go into Viego, whose power is Sovereign's Domination. Round start, the foe summons an ephemeral copy of the player's strongest follower that died last round. And obviously we're not going to have any problems because we're using Jinx here, but if you end up using Jinx on 48 instead, which I think would be a good idea, then you should at least know how the thing functions. And basically here we're just gonna stall out until they play some miss for us.
The whole world will know my language.
I was trying to keep Viego alive there.
Oh boy, stop. Yep, I'm
This is potentially a lot of damage, but it's fine. I can't win. Guess we'll never see an encroaching mist. Sometimes life is that way.
She waits for me beyond the mist, my queen.
Do not fear death.
Okay, yeah, so they do get set to 1 health. And because they get set to 1 health, using Jack would kill them when he attunes, and so I think he would be fairly safe in doing that. That was a lot of work. Challenge 65 is Gangplank and Nautilus. Special rules are Bandle City Discount, Vicious Enemy, and Rock Too Hard. Round start, deal 1 to all the players' units. For this we're using Elise with Dream of Yordles, Gale Force, and full build. Assuming we draw Elise, we'll have good times. Oh, I didn't check what I put on Elise. I don't know, man. Sometimes it feels like your brain just doesn't work. And we go into Gangplank, whose power is the Saltwater Scourge. Round start, the foe summons a powder keg. The first time the foe starts around with less than 20 health, summon the Dreadway. It's like you tell yourself to look for something, and then you're busy trying to survive when the thing shows up, so you forget to check for the thing. You can always lose at least 1 Spiderling. I think I'm fine losing both. But you get 1 back on the end of the round if 1 dies. And also the tough beats Rock Too Hard. We're gonna play this just in case they have Make It Rain. Because if they have Make It Rain, then they might be able to kill Elise, which we would not want. And as soon as Elise gets to attack, you've basically won the game. I'm gonna stun Gangplank because he has Overwhelm.
Fang's turn. You like spiders?
We can just block here. It's not the best block, but it's fine. Probably would have been wise to challenge the powder kegs, but I definitely didn't do that. If you have Fear Cleaving Axe, that's kind of amazing. Then we go into Nautilus, whose power is All Will Drown. When any unit dies, heal the foe's Nexus 1, and the foe tosses 1 if they aren't deep.
I pull the strings.
Basically, you're forced to play Elise there.
You dare. We could use a bite.
But you are worried about getting stunned. Should have challenged on that first set. That way that guy would have been dead, and then we wouldn't have lost 2 Spiderlings to it. I'm fine losing 1 Spiderling, losing 2 is pretty bad. I mean, not really, but I forgot about Rock Too Hard.
There's nothing to fear. You won't suffer long. Skitter out from the darkness.
Challenge 66 is Fizz. Special rules are Frenzied Fighting. The player's units have +2/+2. Round end deal 2 to all the player's units. Vicious enemy, chorus of power, round start, the foe gets an extra mana gem for each unit they have this round. And withstand, round start, grant the foe's units +0/+1. For this reason, Elise again, same build, Dream, Gale Force, full build. With Frenzied Fighting, potential we could win on round 1. Elusive's kind of fun. I think I'll take Shadow Totem, that's pretty good. We go into Fizz, whose power is Mercurial Nature. Round start, the foe creates in hand a fleeting unit from that costs 3 or less from the regions. It costs 1 less. So as predicted on reverse attack, we do win the game. Challenge 67 is Lee Sin and Viego. Special rules are Dying Laughing, game start, all players summon a 0/10 Phantom Prankster, Vicious Enemy, and Calling for Aid. This does nothing. For this we're going to be using Ambessa. I do have Beast Within, which I'm not allowed to use, so we're going to just trade this for another Stalker's Blade. So Guardian Angel, double Stalker's Blade. Not fully convinced I know why Beast Within was on anyway. Must have been for like a specific challenge. Maybe one of the weeklies had something that made me feel like I wanted that. I'm gonna take... doesn't really matter. I'm gonna take Fiora. I don't think I need regen. Definitely don't want that. Skip. And to Lee Sin, whose power is always listening when the foe's units attack, create 2 resonating strikes in the foe's hand. They cost 0. Ambessa is super fun.
Check out these moves. Coming in hot. My lands need me.
If you do something like this, they'll use maybe 1 here and 1 here. Yeah. We did get rid of their unit, which is kind of what I was looking for. Could make more Phantom Pranksters, that's kind of funny. And when you do get to play Ambessa, dropping her kills, which gives you Midnight Raid. Stun's unfortunate. I think he's potentially close to leveling, yeah. Kinda want to get Ambessa killed if you can.
Always 2 steps ahead.
To serve the greater good.
Hello, Kaya. Have your wounds healed yet?
Just block here.
Carry your own gear.
Precision and grace.
That was pretty likely, but we'll just repost here. Guardian Angel gives us extra midnight raid procs.
For the honor of House
You're as scouts, so we'll do that.
I will cut you down.
Tenacity through trial. You're under our protection.
I think the build is actually double Guardian Angel, because then you get 2
Strike deftly.
midnight raids every time you do the thing. We can't rally because I killed all the enemies. It's funny because I said calling for aid doesn't do anything, but here we have a Soraka proving me wrong. Alright, yeah, I think I played that incorrectly. That's fine. Who can ever worry about anything, you know? Just kind of play the game, and whatever happens, happens. Then we go into Viego, whose power is Sovereign's Domination. Round end, the foe summons an ephemeral copy of the player's strongest follower that died last round. We'll keep Rictus. Rictus is fun. Some weird things happen on my spreadsheet.
Break their spirits as their soul.
Alright, drop Ambessa.
Submission or death for all who live.
Midnight Raid. Heal Viego, why not?
Live fair.
I see you.
A little bit sad for me there. It's gonna get eaten by... Oh really? Weird choice. I think if I had conscriptioned Rictus, that would have been the game. Anyway, that was much better. I'm not fully sure what the difference was. Challenge 68 is Yasuo and Zed. Special rules are Butcher's Block, all units have Plunger, grant me +1/+1. Vicious Enemy and Rock Too Hard, round start deal 1 to all the player's units. We're going to be using Ambessa again. This time I am going to go with the double Guardian Angel build. I think it's fun. I don't know that anything matters. We either draw Ambessa and win the game, or we don't do that and we still win the game. Devilish sounds good since we're using double Guardian Angel, and we go into Yasuo, whose power is Gathering Storm. When the foe's units attack, stun the player's weakest unit and the foe draws 1. Honestly, yeah, his monthly challenges are draining for me. I should have kept Warwick there, so that I would have had a higher chance of drawing Ambessa.
These moves.
I almost feel like
I go with the road.
waiting there would have been correct. Just gonna pass here.
The balanced spirit may still fall.
Don't have enough mana to stun, so I think this is pretty good.
left foot.
At last, I have found you. Yone, turn back while you can. Even I have good days.
We'll stun them. See how they like it. And we'll midnight raid.
Welcome to try. Still.
So if we attack, Ambessa dies, we get more Ambessas. Actually, what I should have done was wait for something else to be on the board. Then the Stalker's Blade would have given me a bunch of midnight raids, and that would have been good. But I didn't do that. Not sure what's happening. Also, could have just public execution there. That would have been good.
Tough road. Keep each other safe. I follow only one path.
It's not fair to deny me.
We've been through it all. Crime didn't pay.
Every time we kill Ambessa, we get more Ambessas and we rally. Hooray! Rally is from Stalker's Blade triggering something. Or champion power. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Then we go into Zed, whose power is Blade in the darkness. Round end, if the player's Nexus took damage this round, the foe's strongest unit strikes it.
Do not fear the shrouded path.
They Rick is stun. If he can't attack, then he is no good. I think attacking him with
Speak far louder than words.
Warwick is probably bad. I'll just pass. Here we drop our Ambessa. Get a kill.
Think before you strike.
We kill Ambessa here, which I think kills those units. Yeah. You can see in the Oracle Eye that we now have 3 Midnight Raid.
I am a true the order.
And that's why Double Guardian Angel is very fun. Highly recommend. Challenge 69 is Thresh with Minimalist. Game start, the player starts with 2 extra mana gems but doesn't get any more at round start. Vicious enemy mana flow, game start, the foe gets a mana gem. And Nature's Revenge, when the foe gains the attack token, they summon a sapling. For this we are using Evelynn with Troll King's Crown, Tempest Blade, and Crown Guard Inheritance. Goal is to play something that gives us a Husk on round 1, and then play Evelynn on round 2. You can also play Evelynn on round 1 and then something with the Husk and eat it. I mean, choices are endless. But starting with 4 mana means you can play Evelynn basically immediately. Always take Farsight Alteration on Evelynn, and then when Evelynn's on the board, she wins the game. We go into Thresh, whose power is Damnation. Game start, the foe summons Vaults of Helia. When Thresh levels up, the foe creates 3 Shadow Isles champions in deck. I also do have a mana gem power on her, which is honestly kind of cheating, but it's fine. So we're just gonna eat all this. We don't want to be challenged. I read the special rules, I have no idea what they are. You want to limit the amount of times you kill your units.
Mind if I slip into something a little more painful?
Sweet tones of misery.
So for example, I would be hesitant to play another unit here and eat that Husk.
Let's keep
And the more times Evelynn levels up, the better.
every wave is a path. That's it.
and every time you play, you stun all of their units and rally, and all your units get bigger, and then that happens and you win the game. And finally we have challenge 70, which is Viego. Special rules are price of progress, the player's spells cost 2 less, player's units cost 1 more, vicious enemy, mana flow, game start, the foe gets a mana gem, and nature's revenge. When the foe gains the attack token, they summon a sapling. For this we're using Ambessa, double guardian angel stalkers. It's going to take an extra round before we can play her, but given the price of progress, we'll be able to play conscription every round probably. So that's pretty nice. Kind of don't like the upgrade thing. You can't see the upgrades. All I'm looking for is a mana gem, and actually seeing that is impossible. So we are just going to take Acorn. We're going to assume Acorn was good. And for the champion item chest, I want to be able to block, because I want to kill Ambessa. We'll take Coral Crush Gauntlets, and we go to Viego, whose power is Sovereign's Domination. Round start, the foe summons an ephemeral copy of the player's strongest follower that died last round. Hopefully this goes quick, because I got something to do in 2 minutes. So we could play Acorn here, but I don't want to. We're just gonna pass. Play Rictus. Conscription. Attack. Conscription. I don't think I want to drop Acorn. I think I want the board space. Put Ambessa first so we kill Viego so he doesn't level up. Then we'll Midnight Raid. And more Conscription. Oh, he gets a Rictus? That's cheating. Yeah, this is fun. We get to Midnight Raid. I don't know if I'm missing something here, but this Viego seems pretty rough. Anyway, that is all. That is all for challenges 61 through 70 of the March 2025 monthly challenges. That Viego seemed rough, right? Like, he had a lot of units. Maybe it was just the extra mana gem that he had that made that bad. I don't know. He got 2 invasive Hydra Vines off, I think. Anyway, that is all for me. Thank you for watching. If you like what I'm doing, like and subscribe. And I am rank 167 this month, which isn't great, but I mean, it's better than I've been doing because I haven't really been pushing it. It's a lot of effort to push. And that is all for me. Again, thank you, and I will see you probably whenever the next champion comes out. Goodbye.